there's a world you live 9 months. So when your mother carry you 9 months, that is another world. You live the same like us. So for you not to see what happened in your mother's womb, they cut off the relationship, the cord. So inaitwa umbilical cord. The umbilical cord connects you with the stomach, with that world. So you transform yourself to the physical world. You live in this physical world. By the time you die, the cord is being cut off from the physical and the dead, for you not to still live like you are in the physical but you are dead. But if like hii generation they don't cut that cord, na ndio pia inawasumbua in spiritual marriages and spiritual husbands and whatever. People still come and sleep with their wives. You still have, do you know everybody has a wife, and unless you are a first comer, you have your mother, you have your wife when you are living in your past. So if that cord haikukatwa when you die, bado this wife or husband will still come to visit you when you reincarnate to the next life. He will still come, or she will still come and visit you. That's what happened. The strange people comes in our dreams and sleeps with us comfortably, and you'll never get an husband. You will never get somebody who stays in your life. So utakuwa mtu akikuja hivi anaboeka na wewe, mtu akikuja hivi anaboeka na wewe, lakini usiku unakuwa very satisfied. Ama ukiolewa unapata huyu mtu anakunyorosha hapa kando yako, na huyu mwanaume amekuwa hapa, unapotezwa, huyu mwanaume anapotezwa nguvu yake. So unasinka like, men don't talk like how you don't function. Even if you try to gear iendi, you gari ukijaribu kufinya iendi.
Mtu anaweza jua kweli, unaweza jisikia ukiwa unalala na spiritual husband and spiritual wives, utajisikia
so you act normally
like we are on it.
Even hata mwenye kando yako anaona
the signs I'm doing,
how the styles you are doing the more than your partner, and if your partner sees that, that's how
spiritual husbands and wives come into our lives.
They had already married us.
How?
We had lived. This life is not new to us. Like me, I had lived. I can remember my past life. Whatever I was doing when I was living. I know it's strange to those who don't understand. But I remember almost everything.
Can you tell us, if you don't mind? Because this thing of spiritual husbands and spiritual wives, so many people have been complaining, especially in Facebook, when I see like my spiritual husband, spiritual wife, even pastors, they do preach about them. Maybe if you don't mind, kindly share with us.
Maybe they have different knowledge on that in Christianity. But reincarnation, when reincarnation takes place and you don't cut the cord, in our culture, in our own Luo culture, when somebody die, he resurrects on the third day. So resurrection takes place like Jesus. They copied our own culture. That is a story for another day, because the Bible also has so many things. And you end up one with the Luo cultures. So when somebody dies, if he's a man, he resurrects on the third day. He comes back and sleeps with his wife. Normal. Na anaingia hivi kama mtu anatembea, because he's in his astral body. So the men and the women, the older women will, after that day, will atakuuliza, alisha kuja? Alimaliza? You said alikuja. Na akikataa kukuja is a problem also. Atabembelezwa akuje.
So like even for the Christians, or like you just mean for the people who are in the physical world?
Nothing like Christian when it comes to spirituality. Spirituality is united. It unifies the universe. Whatever I'm saying here, somebody in South Africa knows. For those who know teaching of spirituality, whatever I'm saying here, somebody in Nigeria knows. But Christians who only study Bible, they will tell you those are bullshits. I don't normally argue with them, because ukitoa hii akili ya Biblia kwa kichwa yao wanabaki na hakuna kitu. Wanabaki bila knowledge. Their only knowledge only dwells in the Bible, but there are so many outside the Bible. The universe is big, is infinity. The mind is infinity. There's so many knowledge in this universe that when you don't click or you don't seek, you won't get.
No, let me ask you, if I dream like I've slept with someone, like a man maybe, is he a spiritual husband or what can I call it?
Yeah, those
Yeah, because
two.
in Christianity, that's what they mean.
There are two things. There are those who are on a mission that destroy marriages. They're being sent to destroy marriage. When you have a good marriage and you show it off to the world, that only just moving spirit. They're not even your relatives. They're not even your enemies. They will come and destroy that marriage and it won't work. That's when unapata mtu anafanya wedding within some few months wame divorce. Ile wedding kubwa kila mtu anaona wana divorce. So hiyo ni attackers. They attack.
So you can't call them spiritual husband and spiritual wives.
Those are spiritual boyfriends and
boyfriends.
Yeah. Si boyfriends wanakujanga ku destroy and to take.
Spiritual husbands and boyfriends sent by our families or it's from the ancestral things, I don't know.
Spiritual, that those who are sent by enemies, not families. Families, your family cannot send for you anything that will harm you unless you have an enemy somewhere. So this an enemy will attack your marriage because he don't want good from you. So he will come and destroy it. But when those we call them the spiritual attackers are spiritual boyfriends. When you have the spiritual husbands, they will husbands stays, they don't go. But enemies, they do their work and they go back. After they have destroyed it, they will leave you. Husbands, for the first comers, they don't have them. But the second comers, they have these husbands and wife. But suppose wali cut the cord, hiyo after 3 days wanakata ile cord. Ndio maana upata kama after 3 days wanaosha hiyo grave, wanafanya certain rituals, alafu unakuwa remarry. So unasikia watu wanapatanga remarry. So long as umeremarry, ile spirit na feel jealous. Anaenda kabisa. But if your husband dies and you don't do that, you will never get somebody. So utapata mtu utapata vizuri. Lakini unapata mwanaume ameweka tu. Ama kiko kwa hiyo kwa nyumba function. Unajaribu kusimama hivi. Ushaona vile mwanaume unapata sasa mwanaume anasema like imekataa. It's very painful.
Imekataa. The painful part.
May you please just take us back on what you saw, something like that. You have to tell us what you saw in your first
Guy.
You understand?
Guy. Why?
Na baby na sauti kidogo watu wasi struggle kusikia.
Okay.
Because it's an interesting story.
Hata mimi na struggle sitaki
You
was struggling as well.
I once I was with my father. Not my father. My father only talk. I told him a little bit of this. But somehow I like talking too much with my mother. Because my father knows this, but he assumes that he's a Christian. My father, he knows this, but he's a Christian. So he normally assumes that no, who told you about those? Achana hizo mambo, wewe mbona unafanya hizo? Nani amekwambia hizo story? So I'm like, na hii mbona mlikuwa mnafanya? So I was sharing this story to my father like, unakuwa chizi ama nini? So some of the people also were taking me like it's madness or I'm just talking things. Okay, there's a certain day when I was starting these things. This thing has been disturbing me for so many years. It has disturbed my life and it has destroyed and distorted even my relationships when I was starting, and it really distorted it. and destroyed it apart. So there's a time I started this journey, I found myself just, nobody taught me all this I'm saying.